So much for romance.
I'm sorry?
But why? You didn't do anything wrong.
How do you do?
Honestly, I'm a little off my game, to tell you the truth. That's one of those rhetorical questions, isn't it? I'm great, fantastic, on top of the freaking world.
Do you speed date here often? Is there a problem?
I have an answer, a good answer, an awesome answer, in fact. I expected the question. I dreaded the question, to be honest. I'm not good at shooting from the hip. I wanted to speak from the heart, but be witty and charming, too. But that's kind of a contradiction in my mind.
Did anyone ever tell you, Erwin, that you try too hard? Don't overthink it. Maybe being yourself is exactly who you were meant to be.
Rania, you're right a lot. But that can't be right. It's too easy to be right.
Tell me more. More about your rough and tumble life, Mr. Cowboy, and how you got to be such an interesting, tall glass of water.
Heck, weren't nothing really, man. Good genes, I guess, and being in the right place at the right time. And maybe on account of the side effects of good, clean living. Getting the sun on your face and fresh air in your lungs, and you don't mind. My opinion, life leaves you glowing and giddy-headed, just like you survived the steamiest, best darn bubble bath you'll ever have. Oh!
You're something else, a little wild animal and a little mild-mannered schoolboy. A little something for any kind of lady.
Well, that's where you're wrong, ma'am. I don't want every lady, just one fine filly of the Great Plains. And she wouldn't need no saddle, I promise. Why, we'd make delicious mud pies on the banks of the Platte River, whistle sad songs that make the bison cry, with thick blades of grass between our thumbs, and count stars on clear nights while lying on our backs in the meadow, till we plumb run out of numbers and have to make up our own to keep it going. 1 million in fish, 1 million in coyote, 1 million in shooting star.
I think I'd like that, as long as those crying bison didn't get spooked and stampede all over our friendly, intimate little campsite.
Campsite? Not for us. We'd sleep out under God's firmament, away from civilization, like them fancy-named desert folks in the Old Testament. And if we got a little cold, we'd find a way to warm ourselves that didn't require no fires or walls or daylight. No, ma'am. Well, what are you looking at?
You?
Well, cut it out. You're making me self-conscious. I feel like I'm a Victoria's Secret model on a catwalk at some Parisian fashion show.
Now that's something I'd pay to see.
You have a sick imagination.
Or playful.
No, sick like if a Nazi had written The Wizard of Oz.
Irwin. I'll be right back.
What? Why? Well, you'll miss the bell. What if some woman comes and sits with me? What if she flirts with me? What if I embarrass myself? Not on purpose.
Are you him? Are you him?
I'm thinking it over. You're kind of intimidating. Yes, I am. I'm him.
Where's your red carnation? How do I know that you're really him?
You're just going to have to trust me. It's a leap of faith, lady. What's your gut say? Open your heart and look right in my eyes if you dare. Is this the face of someone who could ever hurt you? Or the face of someone who commits and stands by his best friend no matter what? When the odds are stacked against us, when there's danger and sickness on every corner, when the nightly news makes the crazy seem like they're right outside our front door, you need insurance. You need a bodyguard. You need Mr. Good Stuff. Don't hesitate. There's no time. There are other options on the table. Of course there would be. But I'm your best option. What's it going to be, sister? Me? A sure thing? Or maybe that drooling stranger over in the corner who's been making goo-goo eyes at you all night? He'll break your heart. They all will. What's it going to be?
Take me home. Pour me a glass of wine. Let's play Scrabble with our shoes and socks off.
Seriously?
If I hear that bell ring one more time, I'm probably going to break it. And that's not very ladylike. Now, I had fun, sort of fun, in a twisted way, but now I choose you and go home with you. What do you say to that, Mr. Cowboy Man?
Oh!